Hey everybody, Beth here, and today is the day when temporary protected status goes away for Afghans. There will probably be a lot of coverage of that, and there should be, but I fear that other looming issues that have already been buried will be continuously overlooked as we fixate on TPS. And some of those are intertwined with TPS. So a lot of people who have temporary protected status also have humanitarian parole because many of them came over during the post-withdrawal period directly after, and that was how they were given protection inside the US. And that has been extended in 2023 for 2 years, but it's coming up in the end of this August. And without renewal, many of those people, if they're not in asylum proceedings, are going to be endangered. Same thing with TPS. If people are not in proceedings trying to get another form of status, we don't know if they're going to be issued notices to appear or what will happen to them, if they'll be deported to Afghanistan or to a third country. There are so many unknowns. And I think people might want to say, well, why didn't they apply for something else? And in many cases, people who were here applied for special immigrant visas. Should have taken 9 months to get those processed, but we prioritized the people in Afghanistan who were in more direct danger. And here's the problem with that. Not only have SIVs taken longer to process, but there aren't many of them left. For the number of Afghans who are in the pipeline, not all of whom will qualify, there's about 1/10 that many SIVs left at last calculations that I did, which were, it should be said, about a couple months ago. So those are probably slightly outdated by now. But, how are we going to deal with that if Congress doesn't appropriate more or authorize more SIVs? I don't know what we will do. The other problem is that US RAP remains suspended, and the government is now arguing that refugees are included in the travel ban, even though there is explicit language in the ban that says refugees aren't included. Now they're wanting to say that, no, we don't want refugees from banned countries coming here either, which essentially puts a pin in the US RAP program completely. People who were told 12 to 18 months of processing and you'll be safe are now decidedly not safe. All of these things are happening at once, and that's not even all of the traumas that are taking place for Afghans right now. So this is a really important time to be focusing on the problems, but we need to look at the full scope of them and not just a small subsection.